Teachers by Kevin William Huff. Teachers paint their minds and guide their thoughts, share their achievements and advise their faults, inspire a love of knowledge and truth as you light the path which leads our youth. For their future brightens with each lesson you teach, each smile you lengthen, each goal you help to reach. For the dawn of each poet, each philosopher and king begins with you all, a teacher, and the wisdom that you bring. Welcome. My name is Gwen Gardner, and I am the Interim Executive Director for AskMoreJackson. As a retired principal and a teacher, I can say that passionate and dedicated and committed teachers deserve thanks and recognition and praises every day. So today is just one of those days, one opportunity for us to recognize a group of teachers and their incredible superpowers, a special force that transforms the lives of children. So on behalf of AskMoreJackson, welcome and thanks for joining us to celebrate our 2019 Outstanding Educators.
I'm Edie Graham, Operations Program Manager for AskMoreJackson. For those of you who may not be familiar with AskMoreJackson, also known as Parents for Public Schools of Jackson, the organization was founded right here in Jackson in 1989. Our work centers around supporting parents as partners with schools in the education of their children, ensuring that all children have access to quality teaching and learning, and engaging the public in active support of public schools. AskMoreJackson is a long-standing partner with Jackson Public Schools and works with the district as we work with communities and schools to improve the lives of all children. AskMoreJackson has adopted the African philosophy of Ubuntu. At its core, Ubuntu is best described as, I am because we are. Today is our favorite time of the year, recognizing outstanding educators in Jackson Public Schools. The awards are presented annually by AskMoreJackson and funded by the Community Foundation for Mississippi. We are joined today by Jane Alexander, President and CEO of Community Foundation of Mississippi.
We serve as kind of an investment bank for charitable funds, which means that donors come to us with ideas of things they would like to achieve to support charities and causes they love, and we help them figure out how to do that, invest the money, and then it is my great pleasure to represent donors in doing things like this. The fund that supports outstanding educators in JPS was funded by a couple. They have asked to remain anonymous. One of those people was a former member of the school board, and in the late 80s realized that many of our teachers were making extreme personal sacrifices in order to teach and support the children in their classrooms. I don't think that's changed all that much, and so we want to be sure that there's an opportunity to recognize not just excellent teachers, but wonderful mentors and caring teachers who are investing a little bit above and beyond what they're expected to do in our schools today. We wouldn't be here without donors, but we also would have nothing to celebrate without the wonderful teachers we honor today and the principals who have nominated these folk. There's some great schools on this list. There's some wonderful principals here, and we really are so appreciative of the work our teachers do. Thank you for letting me be here today.
My name is Vicki Conley. I am the principal at Dawson Elementary School, and I would like to thank AskMoreJackson as well as the Community Foundation of Jackson, along with their donors, for not only recognizing but celebrating our outstanding teachers. I have the privilege to recognize Ms. Lindsay McQueen. She is currently a fourth grade teacher at Dawson Elementary. She has been at Dawson for 6 years. She taught third grade last year, and she loved her students so much that she moved to fourth grade with them. Miss McQueen is so awesome. She is a leader. She is a team player. Oftentimes, people joke with her about being so colorful. She oftentimes wears notebook paper, composition shoes, dressed like a pencil, to let the students know these are important tools that you need in the classroom. Ms. McQueen tends to motivate those students around her. She speaks very softly, smiles all the time, and she provides optimistic responses to any questions, statements, or comments. So I want to introduce to some, present to others, Miss Lindsay McQueen.
As my lovely principal said, I am Lindsay McQueen, and I am overwhelmed today with gratitude to have been selected to receive one of the Outstanding Educator Awards on today. It is indeed an honor to have my work and my dedication recognized this way by AskMoreJackson as well as the Community Foundation for Mississippi. Many people say that it takes a village to raise a child, and I believe that, but I know for sure it takes a village to support an educator, especially in today's time. So I have a village that I want to thank right now. First, to my sweet babies, my scholars, those that I have taught past and present. I just thank them for allowing me to teach them. They taught me to see what works, what doesn't work. They've taught me to conform, and they've trusted me, and I really thank them for that. To my awesome family, some who are here today, especially my mom and my sister, who are both educators as well. Thank you for all of your support and just for keeping me grounded and helping me, especially on the weekends, because I still think it's work time, so I really call on my family. Thank you so much. To my amazing leader, my principal, Miss Conley, I just want to thank you for believing in me, because she was the push that actually made me become a teacher. She really was. All of the pep talks, all of the recognition, the love, the honesty, the toughness, I appreciate it, and I love you 100% for it. To my Dawson family, my mentor, Miss Melinda Wiltshire, thank you so much for all of the support and the love. And for everybody, all individuals who have just assisted me in reaching this stage where I can proudly accept this award, thank you. It means a lot, and I'm earnestly and forever grateful for it. So again, I thank AskMoreJackson and the Community Foundation of Mississippi for this prestigious honor. Thank you so much.
I like to take the time out to say that Galloway greatness is not the same without having this individual as a part of our family, Miss Megan Price. She is now a third grade teacher who actually had planned to move to fourth grade. I'm Marvin Davis. I serve as instructional leader there. And I'd like to definitely let you know that since the 3 years that I've been a part of the Galloway family, I've known Ms. Price to be nothing but a team player and an opportunist to allow any opportunity to come her way, not to be seen as an obstacle, but more of a challenge and a moment to provide help for those who are working with her, beside her, as colleagues, and for students. She has a giving spirit. She has a tenacity to meet a challenge face on and to work through it. With her being a part of our team, she served as a member of the Metro Jackson Teacher of the Year family as of last year, and then this year, of course, of AskMoreJackson. It's not uncommon to find her a member of our team during, before, and after school. Many times we meet as coffee friends or Coca-Cola friends there at the beginning of a school day and, of course, at the end. I thank her sincerely for being a partner for us and a team player in helping our students move forward. She has also been able to serve as a 100% recipient of all students passing the third grade gate the year before, which is phenomenal. I celebrate you. She has been able to also face a challenge where there are some students who didn't quite do so well, but she did not allow that to become a stopper for her. She continued to work together with the team. It's not uncommon to see her serving as a leader, a true friend, and a family member, a mother hen of sorts. I celebrate you today, Ms. Price.
I'm just here to tell you that an introvert can do it. The very first time I met Mr. Davis, he had us to introduce ourselves to the staff. Well, being a back row Baptist, I took my place near the rear. But I didn't know he was going to do that little game where this person says an adjective in their name, and the next person repeats it, and then repeats it. So there were about 50 people in front of me. So that was my great time to go hide out in the restroom, and surely they'd be finished by now. No, I made it back just in time to have to do the entire staff. Oh, have mercy. But it's not about me. Anytime that I'm doing something for my kids, I become a tiger. And I fight for my kids. And it doesn't matter if I have to dance, do jumping jacks, do a split on a really great day. Yes, I can still do a split. But anything for my kids. This weekend, I spent time at the community pool, and I was the only person grading papers on the side of the pool. But it's for my babies. Anything that's going to help them, any little note of encouragement, any time that I can say, hey, you know what? We need to work for just 2 minutes on this, and I know you'll have it. Anything that I can do to help my babies. Because my babies grow up to be for everybody. The little successes that I see, that's what gets me up in the morning. Because I know that yesterday we had this success, but today we're going to have 2 more. And tomorrow, even more than that. My babies are successful. And it's not me. It's all of us, because we all lean on each other. Through Ask for More, I've been able to go to different workshops throughout the city, and I've been able to listen to others and see what works for them and come back and try it in my classroom. And they listen to the things that work for me, and they give it a try too. We've built a little community where we can all call each other, we can text each other, we can email each other, and even video chat and say, hey, how did you do that one more time? Because I'm doing that tomorrow with my babies. I really want to thank everybody that's here, because I know the hard work that goes into it. My family can testify, the late nights, the early mornings, the little extra, and of course, the things at Walmart, because Walmart is showing in my classroom. The Dollar General, oh, those sparkly letters. Am I telling the truth? Okay, I don't see me in any other kind of job. An introvert? Yeah, an introvert can do it. Because when you know who you're working for, you get inspired. And you know that, hey, I can do just a little bit more, because these kids, I'm asking from them just a little bit more. Let me show up. Let me show out. Ladies, gentlemen, I appreciate you being here from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for recognizing us and the hard work that we do. And on another note, my husband's on a camping trip, so he doesn't have to know about the prize money. All right. Thank you, everybody.
I'm DeLacy Bridges, the principal at Lester Elementary School, and it is my supreme honor to present to you our outstanding educator, Ms. Katrina Clerk, who's a 5th grade team member at my school. Ms. Clerk is a whole lot of stuff. On any given day, she's a counselor, a mama, sometimes even to me. Sometimes she's my boss. She'll come in and tell me, well, no, I think we need to do it this way. She is a bona fide leader, and sometimes she outleads me. I'm just going to be honest with her approach. A lot of times staff members will go to her rather than to come to me, and they trust her. I trust her. We have our sidebar conversations, and we help to plot a path to making it happen for our scholars every day. So I appreciate you as your leader. I appreciate you as a person for all that you do each and every day. I've got to thank her family because they share her with us. We get the joy of having her every day. And I know, Bishop, the late nights, the early mornings, the fussing, the papers, you ride the wave right along with us, and we appreciate all of that. Ms. Clark has been with me now for 4 years. I managed to steal her away from somebody else, but don't tell them. She's been a joy. She walked in the door as a 3rd grade teacher. Ms. Clark, I need you to go to 4th grade with her. You with me? Yes, ma'am. I can do it. I can do it. She took her baby. She went to 4th grade. 4th grade year ended. Ms. Clark, can I get you to come on to 5th grade with her? I don't know, Miss Bridges. I had these kids for 2 years. It's time for me to do something. No, come on, come on. She came on to 5th grade. And I'm pleased to say that that's been one of the most successful groups of kids that we've had thus far at Lester. Ms. Clark is creative, innovative, and energetic. Her personality and love for what she does is infectious. You cannot go into her room and not know that she's about the business of teaching and learning. And that's parents, children, community members, whoever shows up. You're going to know that Katrina Clark is large and in charge in that classroom. And the kids pay you no attention because they're all zoomed in and zeroed in on what she's doing. We appreciate you, Ms. Clark, for everything. Everything that you've done and everything that you continue to do and will do. We thank you and we love you. Congratulations, Ms. Clark.
First, I really must acknowledge my Heavenly Father. I do want to say I give thanks to AskMoreJackson. Our wonderful superintendent is here. Our assistant superintendents are here, and most of all, my great principal is here, Ms. DeLacy Bridges. I do believe in this saying that we raised our children on, my husband and I, and the saying is, what you make happen for others will eventually happen for you. So I believe that every day when I enter into Lester Elementary School, what I make happen for those children, one day something great will come back. And I do believe that this is one of those great things, so I appreciate you and I thank you. I do believe that Lester Elementary School is truly a school where you enter to learn, and in my room, you cannot leave until you show me that you have achieved something. That is our motto. So I try to begin every day with a teachable spirit, and I try to end every day with a teachable spirit. And so in room 17, my dream is to protect my children, to educate them, to encourage them, to motivate them, and then to encourage them to go on academically and to train them to be great academically for academic success and to move way beyond that. So again, if you ask me when I leave here, what is my job? I'm going to tell you that I teach. T, I touch lives. E, I encourage them. A, I allow them to experience growth in my room. C, I challenge them. And H, every day before they leave room 17, I hug them. Thank you so much.
I'm Wanda Kwan, principal of Pecan Park Elementary, and I'd like to thank AskMoreJackson for the wonderful things they do and the Community Foundation. I'm here to introduce a very special teacher that's in JPS and at Pecan Park. She's been there for 11 years. 4 years as 4th grade team leader. And since she's been there, she teaches ELA to all the 4th grade students. She has moved the proficiency rate up 25%. 25. The last 2 years, she's moved it. And so we're blessed to have her at Pecan Park. And, you know, I don't have her teach anything else but ELA. I mean, if she asked to teach anything else, I'm going to say, remember, 25%. You got to remember, You're in the right place. She has all these adjectives that all the other teachers have. Innovative, creative. You know, she carries it in her heart. And when I say she's innovative, you know, we're teaching a generation of technology students. But Ms. Speed decided she's going to bring a little old school to it. She painted the tops of her tables with chalkboard paint. You would have thought we had brought something in amazing. The kids were so excited, chalkboard paint. And I'm thinking, that's what I started with, you know, blackboards. She painted chalkboard. So when they get together, instead of pencil and paper, they write on their tables. How innovative, how creative. And the students think that's the best thing. She's visionary. Last year was the first year we had a National Honor Society at Pecan Park. Guess who led it? Miss Speed. She came to me and she said, you know, we don't have a National Honor Society. We have National Honor Society students. Why not have a National Honor Society? She led the charge, she researched it, and she said, now, here it is. This is what we do. So I leave it up to her. I trust her. She knows what to do. She researches technology all the time, looking for ways to challenge the children, looking for ways to challenge me. She has this board in her room with Greek and Latin root words. She introduces a new one each week. So guess what I do now? I introduce a new one each week. So now it's school-wide. It started off in her classroom. We have a different Greek or Latin root word that we introduce. And we challenge the students to come up with other words. It started with Ms. Speed. Ms. Speed, I thank you for all your challenges. I thank you for your support, your innovation. And I want you to know, she's a product of JPS. Not only is she a product of JPS, she's really a product of Pecan Park. It used to be Whitfield Elementary. That's where she went to school. It became Pecan Park. She comes back to teach, basically at the school she went to. When she started, she was Melissa Speed with one child. Now she's Melissa Speed with 3 children. So she's been there 11 years. I thank you. I thank your family for sharing you with us. We continue to have many more years with many more innovative ideas. I present to you our outstanding educator, Melissa Speed.
Many years, no more children. First and foremost, I want to thank God for being the head of my life, blessing me with the talent to do what I do. I want to thank the panel of AskMoreJackson. Again, Principal Quan, Assistant Principal Mr. Hill, my family, my friends. Thank you for the honor of being selected as one of the recipients of 2019 Outstanding Educators. As we're all here representing what we love, as educators, we devote our lives to giving the children the tools necessary to succeed, and we inspire them to do that daily. I remember one year at the beginning of the school, Ms. Quan, she showed a TED Talk by a principal from Philadelphia. Her name was Linda Wayman, if I pronounced that right. Her speech set in me so deep that it is one of my core values when I teach. Her motto was, so what, now what? My fellow educators, we know that. We breathe that, we live that, we eat that. That's what I bring to my classroom every day. So what, now what? I tell my students that. When we get a new curriculum, so what? We got a new one, now what? But that's my philosophy. That's how I approach life. I don't make excuses. I have my pity party in my mind. I dust myself off and I'm like, okay, what can I do? How can I add my talent to what we need to get the job done? So as educators, that's what we do. We just bring our talent to the table. We encourage the students that some may feel is unencourageable. We give passion to those things that other people may think they don't deserve that. Our families, my husband, who leaves me in Walmart when I go down the school supply aisle. And it's like, you know what, you do you. We thank you for all of the recognitions of that. We are not just merely teachers. We are the managers of the world's greatest resources, children. Thank you.
I'm Ms. Torrey, principal at Span Elementary, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Ms. Parker from Span. Ms. Parker is a first grade teacher at Span Elementary. Outstanding educators like Ms. Parker know how to learn and to lead. She possesses a combination of leadership qualities that influence her classroom, the first grade team, parents, and the community at large. She is committed to her students and fellow educators. She works diligently to provide the best possible learning experiences for her students. She has served as a mentor teacher to help other teachers become quality teachers. They rely on her expertise and her calm demeanor. She impacts all of those that are around her. The appreciation that Span staff feels towards Ms. Parker is endless. There is no doubt that she is truly an example, and she leads by example. Ms. Parker's quiet and witty sense of humor has made her a favorite example of who to be like at Span Elementary. Ms. Parker, we are so proud of you. We appreciate all that you do. I personally appreciate your calm demeanor. Ms. Parker is in the portable at Span Elementary, and when I say that she teaches from bell to bell, the only time that she is late is for dismissal, and that is because she is teaching. Her students love her, and as always, we say that you are fantastic, Ms. Parker. We are proud of you, and we love you. I introduce to you Ms. Parker.
I am so overwhelmed and humbled by this wonderful recognition. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'd like to extend my gratitude to the AskMoreJackson organization and the Community Foundation for this wonderful recognition. I am grateful to Mrs. Torrey for pushing me to do my very, very best at Span. And I am also grateful to Dr. Lesh and the fantastic staff at Span Elementary for their support and dedication to the scholars at Span. Thank you, Mrs. Catherine Buckley, for your support and for your presence today. Last but not least, I am grateful to my mom for her guidance and for supporting me to become a teacher. My decision to become a teacher was a direct result of having wonderful teachers in my life. I can recall my second grade teacher, Mrs. Richards. She is my favorite teacher. I really appreciate her. I recall my biology teacher, Mrs. Powell. She touched me, and she also inspired me to become a teacher. My love for my students continues to motivate me to become a better teacher. Teachers do more than teach, and their influence extends far beyond the classroom. Thank you all so much.
Mr. Hampton, principal for Forest Hill High School, also known as University of South Jackson. I have the pleasure of presenting Ms. Osborne, one of my Biology 1 teachers. She exhibits and epitomizes our motto at the University of South Jackson, which is all hands on deck. She's a servant leader and an ultimate team player. I just want you to know, Ms. Osborne, that my staff and I, we truly, truly love you, and we will continue to support you. Just want to introduce you all to our outstanding educator, Ms. Pamela Osborne.
I am deeply honored to be standing here to receive such an honorable and humbling award. I thank AskMoreJackson for this recognition. I'm trying to just not get overwhelmed with emotions because right now I was listening to what all the different educators said, and I think I'm probably the oldest one. I have been teaching for 25 plus years. I didn't start out in education. Actually, I was in the corporate world. And I started volunteering at Bradley Elementary, which is now campus enforcement. I used to volunteer after work when I was working in the corporate world. And I would go over and I would tutor, and I was over the cheerleaders. And the principal at the time, Miss Inez Johnson, said to me, you know what, you're a teacher at heart. I come from a lineage of teachers. My mom was a teacher, my aunt was a teacher, my grandmother was a teacher. And so I tried to say, you know what, teaching, I'm gonna try something else so I can make some money. But teaching was calling me. And so I re-entered after I received my bachelor's degree. I went back to school to get an education degree. And I've been teaching ever since, and I've never regretted it. Standing here before you, accepting this award, is humbling because I get up every morning to do something that I love. Teaching is my passion. I've taught on every level. Actually, I'm also a product of Jackson Public Schools. So I started out as a teacher assistant, and I moved up to a teacher. I was a principal, but teaching was calling me back home. So I went back into the classroom. I've taught biology. I've taught first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, and now I'm in 10th grade biology. So I just stand here before you just saying thank you so much. I thank all of you all. Teaching is our passion, and we love what we do. And we wouldn't be standing here if we didn't, because sometimes it is a thankless job. But today, we thank you for recognizing us, and we thank you, and I thank all the educators in Jackson Public Schools that get up every morning to do what they do for the scholars in Jackson Public Schools. I would like to thank my principal, Mr. Torrey Hampton, who I feel is the hardest working principal at the University of South Jackson. I would like to thank Ms. McDowell, who is also Jackson Public Schools Teacher of the Year. She's my little mentee. And I just want to thank my church family. Like I said, I've been teaching a long time, so my family does not live here in Mississippi, so I thank them for representing me today. And I would like to just thank everyone for this opportunity. It's been a wonderful evening. I love you all, and I thank you.
Let's give all of our honorees, please, another round of applause. Thank you. We love you, and thank you for all that you do for our kids.
Sitting back there trying to contain myself because I know as I get older, as I continue in this work as an educator and as someone who believes in young people, who believes in the power of can, and then I hear the stories of the individuals who are right alongside me doing really amazing work, oftentimes not being acknowledged, not being called out for the amazing things that they do, for the heart that they pour into their work and into the young people and into the families and communities in the city of Jackson. And I just appreciate AskMoreJackson and the Community Foundation of Mississippi for this in particular. I'm Errick Greene. I'm the superintendent of Jackson Public Schools. I'm not yet a year into the job, though it feels like a few. And I will tell you that my greatest joy is waking up every day and knowing that I've got quite a number of really talented educators working all day, giving of themselves in very real ways to ensure that our young people have every possible opportunity to meet with great success. Many of you know we launched our strategic plan back in July, and within the plan, we've identified 6 core values. And as I'm sitting here listening to the stories, the remarks, there are a few that really rise to the top for me. One is excellence. We're celebrating some excellent educators. I've spent time with those who spend time with you and have experienced you as educators and know the value and the power of the work that you do, the intelligence that you bring to this work. No, you can't just walk off the street into the classroom. This requires some things. It requires you to know some things, to be able to do some things, right? And my people can do it. My people are doing it. 2, relationships. Everybody who came up to this podium talked about others in their lives who've impacted them. The administrators who came here to introduce these wonderful educators, wonderful teachers, they talked about the relationships, whether they use those words or not, they talked about the relationships that they have with their teachers and the way that they are pushed and inspired and motivated by their teachers. Position, be doggone. Yes, I'm the superintendent, and I learn every day from the folks on this team. Every day, I walk into classrooms and watch people do some amazing things, and I'm carrying that to the next school. So for sure, those relationships that we've built and are building and maintaining that allow us to be great consistently, that's powerful. And for sure, just as I think about the growth mindset, those of you who have mentored others and continue to learn and challenge yourselves to do something different and to show up and show out, that growth mindset, that's a part of who we are. It's a part of this work, and you're living it. People have a lot to say about Jackson Public Schools. They have a lot to say about our teachers and our administrators and the children that we serve and the communities, et cetera. They have a lot to say. And sometimes they say really, really nice things about us, and they get it right. And sometimes they kind of miss the boat and focus on the ones and twos instead of the masses. There are folks doing amazing things day in and day out. And those names don't make it to social media. But we know. And soon the world will know that truly amazing things are happening here in Jackson Public Schools. Excellence for all. That's the mark. Nothing less. Excellence for all. That is the mark. That's what we're working toward. And through love and tons of hard work and smart work, we will achieve our goals. Thank y'all for all of the work that you've done and all of the work that you continue to do to ensure that our babies get everything that they need and deserve. I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you to everyone who's here. Again, huge appreciation for these partnerships. Y'all are just amazing. Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
My name is Charles Smarty Pants King Jr. I was asked in November last year to become part of the wonderful board for Ask for More. I couldn't believe it, but I joined it, and I said, maybe they just, I don't know, maybe they think I have money. But it's been so wonderful. I see with the leadership we have now, we can be one in the nation, top in the nation. I see it, because it's been building all the time. All those seeds have been building, and I think with what we have new, we're working with them to be part of an arm to help lift you up. But this is to our president, Ms. Sylvester, Nancy Sylvester. And one of the reasons is because if you knew behind closed doors all the things that she had to do, and you'll hear about it with her, with the daycare, and it's going nationwide, and we wanted the community to see, she is wonderful. I know God is just blessing her and all of us, and God bless you too.
One thing that I say, I do what I do because I love what I do. I retired after 35 years in the district. I opened the daycare to work with the teenage moms in the district. They pay no fees. As long as they're in school, they're keeping their grades up and doing what they should. I love them.
Please join us next month when our guest speaker for our lunch bunch next month is Dr. Errick Greene, the superintendent of Jackson Public Schools. So if you heard a little bit of what he had to talk about today, you need to come back next month. But in the meantime, please join us on Facebook and our website for all the good news that's coming out of the communities